Okay, like promised, again we are looking at it in a bias zone, bias territory. Okay, bias zone, and this is the reviewed version. Now this is what you're going to look at. It's as simple as this. On the crossover, you use your crosshair, or preferably use a vertical line that tallies with the crossover. A vertical line that tallies with the crossover. So that means this is where your entry, you should be looking at entering. But you're not just going to enter once you see the crossover. Okay, your entry is going to be once the next candle does what? Once the next candle breaks the high of the previous candle that showed us the crossover, not just entry on the open of the next candle, but once it breaks the high of it, that is for buys. Okay, your stop loss should be below the closest demand zone, which is here. Now, you don't just put it at the tip of the lowest wick, the bottom of the lowest wick. You can give yourself, let's say, 15 pips. Okay, 15 pips down. So what you're going to do is simple. The lowest wick here plus 15 pips, this is the stop loss, conservative stop loss. Okay, then you, as soon as the trade continues playing out, makes a new demand zone, what you do is, to be safe, you put your stop loss at break even. What I mean by break even, though I didn't say this, but this is a reviewed version, I have not said this in any of the videos. Break even does not mean like what you will hear contemporary people will say, where your stop loss is equal to your entry. No. Break even to me implies that your stop loss, break even, is equal to, for bias territory, where your stop loss is plus the amount you are paying in terms of what, either your commission or the spread. Okay, so your stop loss plus your commission or your spread. So instead of you putting your new stop loss now, instead of, which is here, which is your stop loss is here, instead of putting it on the entry, which is here, so your break even will be equal to your entry, okay, not your stop loss. Your stop loss now, you will move it not just to your entry, but above your entry by some pips. But you will not just rush to move it. You wait until price has consolidated, made a new demand zone before you move it. So rule number one is the crossover. Rule number two, your stop loss plus where this is your stop loss will be at the closest support and resistance demand zone, which is here. So instead of putting your stop loss at the lowest wick, rule number two says your stop loss will be where you have the wick, the lowest wick, plus 15 pips. Okay. Rule number three, which is for trailing the stop loss, is you wait for new demand zone. New demand zone. Okay. Then rule number four, your new stop loss will be above entry, equals to what? NSL, which is new stop loss, will be above your entry. This is your entry price. So your new stop loss will be your entry price rather, plus, let's say, another 15 pips. But to be on the perfect safe side, Instead of just doing entry price plus another 15 pips, just put it below your, just like you did here, you just trail it below the what? The new demand zone. Okay, let's do it this way. Crossover, 1. Week plus 15 pips will give you your stop loss, 2. New demand zone when it's formed, you trail your stop loss. Your stop loss will now be that place where your entry was. You trail it by adding the commission that you were supposed to pay or the spread, so that even if price retraces or there's a spike on news, it will not, the maximum that will happen is it will not even just be break even where you have to pay commission. The break even will be that even your commission would be part of the profit that you will get here. So if this were your entry, your stop loss will be some pips above, so that even if price takes you out by using the wick or faker, it will not affect your account balance. Then for your exit, this is for your entry. Okay, for your exit, you just wait for where there is a crossover again, and you close it on the open of the next candle. So this is the crossover here. This is the candle that is indicating the crossover. So you close it at the open of the next candle, which will be somewhere here. That is just it. As simple as that. If you have any question, feel free to ask and drop your comments. This was brought to you by Phoenix Unique, one and only.